Greetings, I'm Jason, and welcome back to the House of Kog. So, here's what we got going on today. Over the next few days, I'm going to be working on Phoebe. Phoebe is my 1969 Pontiac Trans-Am clone. She's a very good clone. I bought her. The final paperwork was finished February 21st of this year. She showed up March 3rd, which I can show you guys a little bit of roll when she got here. She is the last so far of my 3 charmed ones. So you've seen Piper. This is Phoebe, and you'll be eventually introduced to Prue. So right now we're not doing a whole lot of upgrades to Phoebe. Couple things that are going on is my pressure power steering hose has been leaking. It's not a 1969 original, however, it is very old. It is dry rotted. But while I was at it, the return line was extremely rough. It was really solid, was no flex or give to it. So taking this time to upgrade to a 1969 Trans Am power steering cooler return line. I also got the pressure hose on. I'm working on that. The other thing that we're going to do is, I'll show you. So, as I was saying, as part of these kind of upgrades or just regular maintenance items, so the power steering return line is a rubber hose. However, as I was saying, there's no flex, no give. It was just solid. I installing the Trans Am replacement, but as in 69, if you had this option on the Trans Ams, actually I believe all Trans Ams came with this return, but it sits in about this location right here. So I'm working on getting the clips that they sent along right here sorted and getting that ready to be installed. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it over here or like what side do I want to go on. It looks, based on the pictures that I've seen, these little notches in the fan shroud are designed for the accommodation of those clips. Also, I've been trying to figure out how I want to reroute my overflow bottle. So this car factory did not have an overflow bottle. I haven't seen one yet on a 69 Trans Am either. So I took and put a 90. I had to replace this radiator after I got the car. I will give you a little overview of the vehicle here in a minute, but I had to replace this radiator, and as I was installing a overflow bottle, which I located, there's the washer bottle, which I moved over, and I got the overflow bottle sitting right there in that bracket. So I got that from Advanced Auto Parts, and I took and routed the 4 foot of vinyl tubing that they had. I put a 90 there, as you can see, because the 4 foot of tubing was not gonna be long enough. So I put this 90 here, as you can see, so the hose won't kink. And now as I'm changing this around a little bit because I'm having to relocate the line at 4 feet. It was just long enough to run here, go up the front, down to the location of the bottle. And at 4 feet, it was at max distance. So I went and got 10 feet of the same type of tube from Lowe's tonight. And I'm working on, after I get that in and figured out how I'm going to have the return line, I'm going to route the new 10 feet of nylon or 10 feet of vinyl tube underneath of it and down and around. And I also picked up another 90 like this, so that way coming out of this bottle I was experiencing a kink also. So as you can see here, this was the side that went into the bottom of the bottle, and it was kinked really bad. So just gonna keep trying to work and figure how I'm gonna do this. While I get some things organized here so I can set you guys up for some time lapse, I'm gonna send you guys down to Kyle, Texas, to Jaime.
All right, and here is the Impala. Little updates from yours truly. And I know I'm yours truly, right? Why else would you be here? Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be here for the cars. So, I mean, come on. But a little update. So, as you can see, with the help of Jason, we're able to get the steering box in right here, the new quicker ratio steering box. I don't want to say quick ratio because it's not. Got the steering coupling in and got these shift rod linkage here installed as well. Be doing a follow-up on that, doing an adjustment video because they're out of adjustment now. But that's actually kind of fun tuning that for some reason. But got that in, got the steering column bolted on too. And I was able to, move it into the garage. As you can see, I'm not outside. Look, I got a wheel on. And that's that. All right, I think that'll do it as far as me. And hope to see you again.
So that's roughly where the power steering return cooler line needs to fit. So using these clips that we've got, now I see here on this radiator support that it's dimpled in these little areas. Now what I've seen online is that's where I've seen some Camaros, Trans-Ams have those spots drilled for different brackets going. However, those don't line up with what I've seen here and on other cars. So what I did do though is I do like that location for that mount. So what I've done is using a green paint pen here, I've taken and marked right here, and using my Milwaukee drill bits and my Milwaukee drill, I started going slow so that I could start to dimple in and get a little groove going in this metal. Then after I did, so the bit wouldn't walk, I sped it up. And like I said, now I got this. So the plan is to put this in, as you can see, on the cooler line like so, and just lock it in place like that. Now I need to take and drill a little hole in the core support, as these screws that they supplied in this kit should fit straight down in there. So we're going to take and use that to thread down and hang into the core support there. Need to go a little bit bigger. Well, as you can see, I got the brackets put in place and drilled and got the retaining hardware put in. Now, I need to try, and I was trying earlier with really not a lot of luck, but I need to get this tab right here where it bends over. I need to get it to hold on to this line better. So the problem is that in my vise, this is too small to really get in there. It's kind of a weird size. And it's really springy. So when I was trying to bend it with my pliers, it was going back to shape. So I am thinking, I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do about that. But I don't know. It's just something I'll have to figure out. So I think that'll do it for now.
Alright, and that will do it for this episode of the House of Kog. Thank you for joining us on this stage of history. Personally, and I'm sure Jason will agree, we're taking and learning from the past and learning about ourselves at the same time. While we invest in ourselves, we're also investing in the past. We're investing in ourselves and building a sweat equity. So, that will do it for this episode of the House of Kog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, the House of Kog wishes you qapla. Alrighty, I will see you. Jason will see you on the next.